Back at it.
I had got sent to juvenile. I had got sent to Maumee Youth Center when I was 16 years old. And it was niggas in there rapping that they was like taking it serious. And I wasn't taking it as serious as they was, but I knew I could rap a little bit. So I was telling dudes I could rap. And they ended up telling the dudes in the spot that was like the Jay-Z's of the little spot we was in that I could rap. And we was in the library and they was like, man, let me hear something. And no cap, man, I spit that Mansfield terrorist rap.
I live like a ruler, shoot the intruder, quadruple up on the work, trips to Bermuda. See me out in Vegas, my flicks is amazing, like Superstar O when the beat just blazing. Reaping my dreams, sleeping with the beam. 6-time felon just to say it kinda sting. Life in the trenches, life off the inches. I think like a soldier, mindset relentless. I gotta stay pushing, dope man rhetoric. I got a son nigga and he used to the better shit. 5-star rhyming, jet black 90, double cup styrofoam, codeine lining. Yours be consignment, niggas wouldn't trust me. Pretty boy cutthroat, niggas can't touch me. Rap like I got it made, lifestyle hopeless. I don't need straight drop to show 'em I'm the dopest. Gotta stay focused, say I'm no rapper, but God say different, so I'm caught up in the raps. Yeah.
Right, Sunday dinner is in full effect. How's everybody doing?
I'm good. Good, son.
Everybody's to the good. So far, so good.
Absolutely.
That's what's really good. So what we got going on? What's first? What's first on the agenda? So we can line everything up, knock it all down. You know what I'm saying? Me personally, I want to finish that conversation we was having before Brown, you know what I'm saying, dipped out on it.
It was a rough day, man. It was a rough day.
Brown had a bad day, man.
I know it.
I mean, it was the way we was forced to play with no quarterback, man. That shit ain't right.
No doubt.
That's fair. It is a sport, though, right?
It is.
It is a next man up thing, right? Next man, let's go. You know what I mean?
No doubt.
Hey, Brown, if your hype man don't show up, that don't mean you don't work, bro. You gotta go, my guy.
Yeah, you're right. But it's next season, though. I got my jersey for next season, though.
Hey, y'all look good, boy, already. So, I mean, yeah. But the way you dipped off was funny, bro.
Oh,
I
man.
rewatched that episode, man. I was rolling, bro. And I know you rewatched it, too. It was funny.
Hey.
Take our first toast.
Oh, yeah. My bad.
Let's get it, y'all.
Salute everybody.
Absolutely.
So what topic y'all want to dive into first? What's the conversation you want to finish?
I'm trying to get to it real quick because there was a lot. All right, so we talked about talked about Gunna. All right, here it is. Let me share my screen again. God damn it. All right. I got to control it all kinds of different ways now. All right. So I got two computers working. But this right here, all right, says we was talking about why do MCs fall off, right? And, you know what I'm saying, we started talking about how MCs, you know what I'm saying, so on and so forth. And then somebody mentioned Ice Cube as one that had fell off, and then that just threw everything, you know what I'm saying, down the steps, threw the baby out with the bathwater after saying Ice Cube fell off. You don't think Ice Cube fell off?
I mean, fell off in what way? As far as being a dope MC, I think he's still dope.
No, as far as being, yeah, no doubt. But he ain't what he was, man.
No, and then sometimes.
No, we still like him.
I mean, sometimes your fan base just moves on. I mean, you're only gonna be hot for so long.
Right. So, you know what I'm saying? So why do MCs fall off though? Why do you think that's a thing?
I mean, the landscape just changes. You know, the sounds change. Some MCs, you know, last longer because they adapt. They adapt. They transform to fit the times, and some of them can't do it. I mean, you know, every MC is gonna have its cycle. You know,
right? No doubt.
and then you know, just because your record sales ain't what they usually or what they once were, that don't necessarily mean you fell off.
Okay, but I'm talking about fell off like in the sense of
nobody wants to hear you.
Like losing their flow. You know what I'm saying? Either whether it's catching writer's block or just not having that spirit inspire you. You know what I'm saying? Like you used to have it, so on and so forth. It says, because this is the question that you had actually asked. It says, and what is an MC supposed to do when they feel like they're losing their flow? And how does a declining MC deal with that?
Yeah, that's a tough one. I mean,
Brad,
I'm trying to think of the best example. Well, like with Keith, like I knew from day one that he could only go so far with that, right?
Who, Murray?
Yeah, I mean, I even as a gigantic fan of his at the time, I knew that flow had a short lifespan.
You put an end date to it?
I mean, not necessarily an end date, but I knew his lifespan was going to be somewhat short.
Well, I mean, but his lifespan, was it going to be short because he wasn't going to be able to sustain it? Or was it just eventually play itself out?
I mean, both. I mean, I didn't think it was going to be too sustainable. I mean, that's because it wasn't like it was any storytelling or it was very one dimensional. Even though I loved it at the time, but I could definitely tell it was one dimensional and it wasn't gonna last for too long. As I'm sitting here with a Murray tank top on, that's my man though.
Yeah, I see it.
Hey, because we're gonna get into that. So like when because I think Keith Murray and Busta Rhymes, you know what I'm saying, addressed that in one of their verses at one point. Because I remember Busta Rhymes had a song where he was like, "This is dedicated to the niggas that fell off, and to the ones that's about to fall off. Keep falling." Like, you know what I'm saying, making fun of it, but it's a real thing that MCs, you know what I'm saying, go through that transition where they fall off. You know, I gave one example of how I saw it, you know, from one standpoint when MC is hungry and he doesn't have that deal, he doesn't have that money. I think, you know what I'm saying, that inspiration is for him to get where he's trying to get to. But then once he gets fed, he's not hungry no more. You know what I'm saying? I think he loses inspiration in that. I've seen rappers lose inspiration, you know what I'm saying, with that. They probably would never admit it. But I'm like, damn, son, you know what I'm saying? You used to be, you know what I'm saying, my guy. But now you got your deal, you got your house, your cars, and you know what I'm saying? I can't, you know what I'm saying? You're not coming with it no more. It's like you're not hungry no more. You know what I'm saying? And then Keith Murray had a line in that Enigma. He said, unlike you corny MCs out there who fell or forced it, can't rhyme, running your mouth all the time. You know what I'm saying? I think, yeah, that was on the Enigma.
I think it was too.
Yeah. Shit like that. But it's ironic that Busta, you know what I'm saying, adapted, still got that, you know what I'm saying, that fervency. And your boy Keith is like, you know what I'm saying?
Man, you wouldn't even recognize that brother right now.
Dude, he reminds me.
Visually, you wouldn't even know that was him. Okay,
yeah, he reminds me of somebody's crackhead uncle.
Yeah, no, I thought it was me, bro. I was so disappointed in life. Like,
yeah, my heart sunk. That's why I jumped into the next question. Which rappers fall? Yeah, which rappers fall hurt you the most? That's why I had asked this, you know what I'm saying, this question right here. Which rappers fall hurt you the most? I have to say Keith.
It gotta be. I'm Keith too, man. Because Keith was nice. The most beautiful thing in the world is just that track alone, bro.
You know, I hadn't seen Keith in some years until he did that battle with Fred Joe-Star. And you know what I'm saying? Bro. And to me, he looked like, okay, you got to the club a little too early, and you know what I'm saying? You threw too many back.
I'm not a fan of this shit right now.
No, but to be honest, he was still connecting his bars though. I was surprised he was, buttered like that and was still connecting his bars, even though he kept trying to regurgitate the most beautifulest thing in the world part. But I was like, yo, this dude still got some talent, to be honest. Can
I say something before Brown chime in?
Yeah, go ahead.
Oh, yeah.
So is it when we say they fell off, are we being fair in saying that maybe the production team, the bag up, the guys that's supposed to push them forward, could they have fell off first? I mean, like, because EPMD, like, that's you see what I'm trying to, like, I'm trying to say, I think that they let Murray down.
To a degree.
A lot of songs on Murray album didn't sound like they had Eric Sherman in there all the way. Like, hey, listen, man, I am a Keith Murray fan, man, and I couldn't believe the decline. I couldn't believe it. It happened too fast for me. But go ahead, gentlemen. My bad.
The only, like, his he had a couple albums that I didn't even know he had.
Trash.
And yeah, I wasn't impressed at all.
Trash, bro.
But he had this one song, like, I listened to it because I like Keith. Well, he was talking about his court case. He was trying to tell a story. Like Brown said, he didn't have stories. He was trying to tell a story.
What was the name of that, bro? Say it.
I can't remember the name of it. I don't know.
I remember that track. That shit was horrible.
Something like that.
I can't remember what it was called. The shit was horrible though.
Yeah.
Fucking horrible.
So he's the one.
He told me, look at me. Thought he shook me. I turned around and the bastard threw the book at me. I'm like, come on, Keith. You know what I'm saying? Come on, Keith.
That's better than half the bars out right now, though. Go ahead.
No, but that ain't what we expect from my mans, though.
Murray, right.
Because it was like, okay, I believe, like Brown, you know what I'm saying? Like there was an expiration date on that. Come on, man, you hit the ground running. You know what I'm saying? You hit the ground running. You speeding right now. You passing everybody. But you know what I'm saying? Sooner or later, you're gonna have to slow down and you know what I'm saying? That's gonna wear out. But then I was like, I thought he had already ran out, and then he did that KIM with the EPMD shit, right? That KIM, and he killed that fucking verse, right?
Yeah. I thought he did. Go ahead.
Yeah, and then he killed the somebody's trying to call me. So then he killed the what's it called? The Muddy Waters verse with Red. They ain't a test or a quiz that my squad can't win. Those who know the biz know we rap. Kids get biz, you'll digest. Multiple stab wounds to the chest as I copycat kill the rest. Man, I was like, yo, he ain't going nowhere. But then after that, it was Candy Bar or whatever that one shit was.
Who produced Muddy Waters though?
Man, that nigga had a song, some red light, green light shit.
Yeah, I remember that.
Nah, I'm not bullshitting. He had a fucking song with the hook, the goddamn hook. That's how the hook went. Red light, green light, and something else. I said, God damn, man. The fuck that happened?
No, but he tried to do something though, bro. Like we had this conversation. I think it was season 1 when we were talking about Nas, and the appreciation I have for Nas is that he tries anything, right? Like he tries these different beats, and we all think they don't fit him, but he tried them. And I thought that's what Murray was doing at the time. That's just that's just me, bro.
Yeah. I mean, he was experimenting. You could tell somebody was in his ear.
Yeah.
Because after that Source Award, not that Source Award, but that editorial in the Source, when they gave him, I think they gave him like 3.5 mics or something like that for Enigma. Dude wrote an honest piece about Keith. I loved Enigma, but the piece that he wrote on him was straight up for real though. He was being honest. And I think I posted that in the Legends chat a while ago.
What did he write?
Yeah.
I mean, what's one of the things he said?
He was basically talking about, you know what I'm saying? It's basically the same old Keith, but no elevation to his, you know what I'm saying, to the content of his music. Basically the same thing. Him being the best rapper, and you know what I'm saying? He had a song with 50 grand, he mentioned that. But it was basically the same spiel, the same thing all over again. You know what I'm saying? Every song.
Can I ask you a question?
Rapper. Go ahead.
Can I ask a question?
Yeah.
Is Keith Murray in your top 10?
All time?
Top 10?
Yeah. Yeah, he has to be.
Top
He has
10?
to be. Yeah.
So who you taking out?
What do you mean?
Because he's not better than Redman.
He was. He wasn't as consistent. He wasn't as consistent, but at the end of the day,
he's never been
he was
better
not.
than
He was the nicer man on the track that have to anchor it though. You know what I'm saying? And I don't think Red felt the way about it. I think Red was just like, you know what I'm saying? To be honest, I'm still me. It didn't matter who Red rapped with. Red was gonna be Red.
I'm not questioning the Red aspect of it. I'm just saying, is Keith Murray better than your
It depends. It depends. We're not, if we go back to the contemporary time when, you know what I'm saying, it was both when Def Squad was, you know what I'm saying, at his height.
Was he the best rapper on Def Squad?
He was. At one point he was. At one point he was, but it wasn't by a huge margin though. You know what I'm saying? Because I'm gonna measure it a little bit different because I think I see how you're looking at it. Like when it comes to consistency, Redman is like Jadakiss in a sense because you've never heard Jadakiss spit a whack bar. You know what I'm saying? Redman, I will say the same thing about him. I have not. I can't recall in my mind Redman spitting a whack line. All right. So you have to give him longevity and consistency over Keith. But when it comes to the hottest shit that could be said and the hottest way to say it, I think Keith reached the level to where you can't, if you're putting Keith above certain people, you know what I'm saying, and you're not introducing Red into that same conversation, then you know what I'm saying, Keith will win that argument by default. But if you changing the criteria on what you're stating, then you know what I'm saying?
No, I'll show you.
So all through my junior year, I used to make this argument on Keith being better than Red until
I remember
until Def Squad versus Flip Mode joint came out.
Oh yeah, Keith did not show up.
And once I heard that joint, like the niggas who I used to argue this with, I went to him and I said, "Look, man, as much as it hurt me, I had to admit this kid can't fuck with Red."
Beard was one of them. I think I might have been one of them because you used to bang that. You were banging the most beautiful thing in the world. And I was like, is that all he got, fam?
Dude, I banged it back to back because I was determined to learn the words. I had never heard anybody spit like that.
I'm being honest right now. And I'm a hip hop historian. I love music. But I can't name another track that was fire that was
off Keith's first album?
Yeah, give me one, bro, because I forgot, man.
Okay. Was
better than the most beautiful thing in the world.
Better than the most beautifulest thing in the world?
You don't remember Get Lifted?
Get Lifted was fire. Was
Escape it better from the World? The shit he did with Hurricane G. What was the other joint? I'm thinking Cosmic Slop, but Cosmic Slop might be on.
I was on there as a Dark Side.
Okay, yeah.
No, dude is nice. He's super talented. But I'm just thinking, was he the best in Def Squad?
I mean, my answer would be no. I don't. I just told you that there was a point where I finally had to admit that he wasn't better than Redman.
No, I think to be serious, I think Red outlasted him. Red, because Keith was better. If Keith was better than Red, it wasn't by much. If he was, it wasn't by much.
Better than Red, though.
No, I'm just saying because there was a time when Keith was the pinnacle in hip hop.
No,
so if he's the pinnacle rapper, period, point blank, then that automatically puts him above Red.
No, bro, no.
Yes, it does, because at the end of the day, Red outlasted Keith with consistency and straight up ill ass bars and scenarios and stories. You know what I'm saying? He had the Superman lover shit. You know what I'm saying? That's some shit that Keith should have took a note from. That Superman lover saga or series was dope as shit.
Dope as fuck. So I'm saying we cannot. I don't think that it's fair to Redman to put Keith Murray in that same sentence.
No, I think they benefit. I think they benefit by being on the same squad and the same label. To be honest, I think Keith rapped better on beats that sound like Red did. You know what I'm saying? Like them beats that, because Red said he doesn't even like There's a Dark Side. He said that's his least favorite rap record.
I heard him say that.
And I'm like, I don't understand. That changed my whole life.
Absolutely.
That changed.
I seen the interview and he said that shit, and like I get it. I can understand how artists may feel that way about a particular project. But that shit, that album is fucking front to back.
Mm-hmm.
For me too, bro. Listen, because I go back and watch the old shows. I can understand why some people will say that show was dope, and I might not think it is. You see what I'm saying? Like, just for our shows that we do, just using that as an example, I get it. But I can promise you, I have never thought Keith Murray was ever better than Redman. I have never thought.
Not
that.
ever.
Ever.
Oh, I did for a while. I told you up until the Def Squad versus Flipmo joint. I remember I heard that, and like
Keith
it
had
hurt
one
my.
line. Keith had one line in that song that I did fuck with, when he was like, "My crew is like police, pull up and park anywhere, skirt, jump out and get it on right then and there. What's up?" That part right there used to get me hype. But other than that, yeah, I was waiting on that part because he didn't say nothing else.
That shit hurt my soul. I remember Mike Petty was working at Kroger's at that time. We was in high school, and I went to pick him up from work one day. And I said, man, I pulled off to the side and parked. I said, man, we can't go nowhere till you hear this, because it's gonna hurt. It's gonna hurt. It hurts both of our feelings.
Yeah.
That Redman outshined this kid like that.
I don't know why y'all keep saying it like Redman wasn't already the truth. Like
no, but he wasn't outshined. No, at the same time, it was like, okay, keep. If you that nice, you got to keep. You can't keep the door open. He left the door open. He left the door open to get surpassed, and that happens.
Keith Murray was an upgraded version of Onyx. I'm gonna say it. Fuck it, y'all made me mad. Just lyrically better than Onyx. That's
okay.
It, bro.
I mean, that's crazy. That's crazy. Hey, what's good? Hey, in Facebook land, those in Facebook land, you have to share your likeness with Screen Shit or StreamYard, and your name
kill me, but I gotta live.
And your name will pop up. If not, it'll just show Facebook user. All right. So I don't know who this is, but this was good. Well, peace to you, and thanks for shooting through. Share your likeness so you can come. You know what I'm saying? We can see who you are, and everything can be everything. So answer my question. Because the reason why I wanted to get on Keith Murray, not because Jerry Brown has on the shirt. Matter of fact, let me blow Jerry up real quick.
It's always because of Jerry.
Not because Jerry Brown has on the shirt, but because the dude on the interview, what's the name of that podcast that dude be interviewing Keith Murray on? What's the name of that?
Oh, I can't remember the name of it, but I'm gonna tell you what. I thought some of the shit that Keith said on that interview was completely fucking, that shit was whack.
Bro, tell me what it is, because I don't know what it is. I need
Before we get into that,
okay.
I want to know, you know what I'm saying? Who like the question is asked right here. Which rapper's fall hurt you the most?
Kind of hard, because I mean, I'd have to go with Keith, because aside from him, I don't believe that none of my favorite rappers fell off.
Yes, I'm there with you. I'm going Keith too.
Okay.
Yeah, I mean, I don't feel. Yeah, when I think of a Nas, a Ghost Ray, a Jay, a
Keith Murray right now is playing the live action role of Pookie from New Jack City, son.
What?
Yeah, something's wrong with the kid.
Yeah.
What he said on that interview, some of that, I mean, that shit was just unnecessary.
Yeah,
the part where he brought in talk about Foxy Brown and how she sucked his dick when she was with Corrupt, and like, nigga, what's the point of you telling the world that?
Right. Yeah. I mean, hey, he admitted to the drugs. All right. He admitted to the drugs, the hard drugs at that, right? Whatever that means. Could be anything. All right. But it's obvious that it fucked him up. We know he's mentally, he'll never be the same again, son. You know what I'm saying? He's somebody that could sober up, be sober his whole life, but in his brain is still crazy.
See, I didn't see that part of the interview where he was talking about his drug abuse.
Oh yeah.
To be honest with you, Ken, the only part that I really seen was that shit where he was talking about Foxy Brown, and I cut it off. I'm like, man, this nigga got to just be. He's begging for attention because that's just some unnecessary bullshit to be talking about.
Like. It seemed like he was looking for attention. He wanted to be, you know what I'm saying, one of them rappers that get interviewed, you know what I'm saying? And I think the dude that's interviewing him is exploiting him. I think he's being exploited by this dude. He's getting his likes up because everybody want to see the next crazy Keith Murray. And to me, that hurt my heart watching Keith like that, yo. You know what I'm saying? Still my dude. That was Joe Love rocking with us.
But on the part where he talked about his drug abuse, I mean, what did he say?
No, he was just talking about how, you know what I'm saying? He had first he started, because you know he starts a story with trying to answer the question that he was asked, and then he drifts off into a whole nother story. It ain't got nothing to do with what he's talking about. You know, it was one of those questions he was being asked about the Joe Budden situation. Because the rumor was out that Joe Budden sabotaged his career, so on and so forth, but that ain't what he was.
Come on, man.
Yeah.
How would that be?
No, it was the simple fact that when that jump, whatever shit was,
pump me up.
Yeah. When that shit was going on, Def Jam was promoting Joe Buttons, and Keith had an album coming out, but there was no promotion backing him. And he had, you know what I'm saying, threw a fit, put his hands on a couple people, so on and so forth. And then telling that, he was saying that he was, you know what I'm saying, doing hard drugs and so on and so forth. Spazzing out, and was spazzing on people. And he even told a story about how Scarface hemmed him up when he tried that shit in Houston. You know what I'm saying? He was like, you know what I'm saying, nah, you ain't doing that here. You know. So it's a whole bunch of videos that keep them put out with them interviews or whatever, man. Just embarrassing himself and don't know it. But it is what it is, man.
That is the biggest fall from grace ever, bro.
Yeah.
That's it right there. We have to be done with that one. That's the biggest fall.
So that's the consensus. That's the consensus then. Everybody's biggest disappointment is Keith Murray then on that.
Absolutely.
But I still bang his old shit. I love the young version of Keith.
You don't even bang it.
I love the young version of Keith. Shit, I'm still banging that whole album that Jerry Brown got the shirt for. I'm banging that, and I'm banging Enigma.
3 songs now.
Yeah, I bang both of them too.
4 songs.
But let me say, you know what's funny? This before we get off this topic, when Ghostface dropped Pretty Tony, I thought he was about to fall off, and like. I'm just like my heart was like, God damn it! If Ghostface fall off, what the fuck am I gonna do? What the fuck is? Man, that shit was a very very scary time, man. I thought Ghost was about to fall off because I didn't care for that album.
Did you know that a lot of that shit, that Ghost was spitting, Meth wrote?
I've never heard that.
Yeah, Meth been out spilling the beans lately, son.
I've never heard that.
He's been out spilling the beans. You remember that one video he had?
Where did
Meth said the one song where the chick was singing Tommy Mottola,
Yeah. I always skip that song. That was on Supreme Clientele.
Yeah. Well, that was my shit. That was my dance. That at the club, I danced to that every time. But anyway, the one line in there, he was like, brothers try to something, but none could pass me. No girl can freak me. I'm just too nasty. Something as I attack y'all, whatever. Meth said he wrote them bars. He said Meth said that those are
on what platform did he say that on?
Good question.
I hate when y'all do that. Like y'all don't believe me. I
don't
get on here and say that if he did. No. To be honest, Meth was spilling the beans about a lot of the Wu members, especially Old Dirty. You know what I'm saying? And all of the shit that that he was spitting on the one album we was giving him credit for. Even the talking points when he was like, pull down my drawers, drop to my knees. You know, that whole shit, right? All of that was Jizza. All of that was Jizza. His old rhymes before they got on.
No, stop it, man. Stop it.
No, I'm dead serious. This is
they just help. Listen, that's the thing we just had last, I think, 2 episodes ago. Like
what?
That's you're going back to trying to make everybody a ghostwriter. This is the thing.
I'm not making everybody a ghostwriter. This nigga said that, and that's what it is.
I did not interrupt you at all, bro. What I'm saying is, I get a chance to tell you, right. Maybe you should put this in that bar, bro. Maybe you should change this hook to this. Doesn't mean I wrote your song, bro.
No, but ain't nobody say you wrote his song. No,
so is that the only song he talked about?
I can't remember, but I remember that part sticking out because I used to love that song, and especially that part.
I fucking hated that song. I skipped that shit. I skipped that song every time I've listened to Supreme Clientele in my life.
You wasn't no nasty R&B nigga. I used to hang with Jason Jackson. Remember he called that nigga the nasty R&B nigga. Had me out there dancing to that shit, son.
You was dancing?
Yeah, that was my jam though, son. That was my jam.
That was with old girl. What's her name?
Riding around listening to music.
You know damn.
She got a whole album. The same chick that sung "It's a Mystery Inside." Whatever. Who shit was that? That was the Purple Tape, right?
Right. They make the same 2 people singing though.
Same 2 people. I thought it was the same chick.
Same.
I thought, and she the same chick that sung.
The girl you talking about that sung on that joint on Supreme Clientele. Mm-hmm. That Shay, what's it called? Shay LaGhost. Wasn't that the name of the track? Shay something, whatever. But
I don't know
that girl. What is her name? Because she died.
Is she?
White girl.
I didn't know she died.
White girl? Oh,
yes.
We definitely don't. We definitely off them because RZA produced the whole album for the chick. A straight up songs just like the shit that she was singing on the Wu shit. That I found accidentally on Spotify. Matter of fact, it was an accident, but it is what it is. What's good, family? I don't know who you are because you have to share your likeness with StreamYard. But salute man. To you. Salute come on in. You. Salute. All right. I shouldn't have interrupted what you were saying before we was talking about Keith because you probably don't even remember what it was, do you, Brown?
No, I was talking about the bullshit he said on his interview.
Oh, yeah.
Hey, Brown, you still mad, huh?
I'm not mad. The shit was just unnecessary. Nigga, who gives a fuck that Foxy was sucking your dick when she was with Corrupt? What the fuck is that to talk about?
Yeah, that's not hip hop related.
Yeah.
What they gotta do with you falling off, nigga? And you can't spend a whole 16 no more, nigga.
There go Jason. Jason heard me say that he was a nasty R&B nigga. He said, "Nigga, you tripping." What? Get your ass on the pod.
We're trying to keep this on the 2 hours.
On the pod.
Topic, my brother.
Yeah, that's my man's. That's my man's. No, but I want to do a segment every so often. You know what I'm saying? Rappers that fell off. This will be part one. Like the good brother got his finger up. This is part one. We'll do another part. Rappers that fell off. That's always a good element.
Agreed. I agree.
I'm not never doing this no more.
All right. So the next one, the next conversation. I don't know if you want to talk about this one, Brown. I don't know if you want to talk about this one. When you're being copied, right? When another rapper intentionally sounds like you, how do you approach the situation?
I don't feel that I've ever been copied.
That's what I'm. Get him, bro.
Well, no, and I there's at that particular time there was someone that had a voice that was similar to mine, and
Now,
our rhyme pattern was somewhat similar. I don't believe it was intentional. That's all I can say about it. I don't believe it was intentional.
I know it was intentional.
Like,
I already know it was intentional.
Well, that's your perspective on it.
That's not my perspective or my opinion. This is from the horse's mouth. This is from the horse's mouth. Because he had got upset that people were saying he was sounding like Brown, so on and so forth. He was like, he just took from the person that he looked up to the most.
But okay, but aside from that, to answer that question, I mean, when you're being copied, all you can do is just shit. You feel a little admiration about it, right? Well, shit.
Yeah.
That's all you can do.
No doubt. How's the saying go? There's no flattery like in impersonation.
The impersonation of a flat. Yeah, yes, sir.
Yeah, something like that, bro.
Yeah. I'm
all right, let's get Brown off the hot seat because he already know he don't want.
I'm not on the hot seat because I'm gonna stick to what I said. I don't think the situation you're talking about that was intentional. I don't think it was intentional.
Okay, all right. I mean, but okay, you don't think it's intentional, but if now Dion, listen to this. If the individual who when he's addressing the conversation about copying Jerry Brown, and he says, "I just reached for the rapper that I look up to the most." Does that sound like okay? We just accidentally sounding like each other, or does it sound like by his voice he's actually trying to sound like the rapper that he looks up to the most?
No, but I think it's the most honest, the most. I think he can get what he's trying to do is give his flowers.
Wait a minute.
Yeah. Let me finish, bro. What he's trying to do is not Harvey copy him.
No, I think that's out of the reason why I had a problem with it is because first of all, Brown is my nigga to begin with. Let's start there. And the simple fact that if something that you did gets out before something Brown did gets out, I think that's an injustice. Because if they'll be looking at Brown, because they're gonna hear this copycat first, then hear Brown as if he's the one.
Hey, so no. You know what's funny? What's funny about that is the funny thing about that is one day there was a younger cat. He was younger than me, who actually told me that I sound like dude.
See?
And I just laughed and
I always had a vision that Brown was going to make it. He was just too nice not to make it, in my opinion. And then I seen
Brown, you going
I seen the rap group. I seen the one rap group making mad steam. You know what I'm saying? They was picking up mad steam, and this nigga he just took, you know what I'm saying, my man's flow and went out into the world. I'm like, wait a minute, nah, that's not. I don't think that's kosher right there. I don't think that's kosher.
I think you trying to make it something.
I don't think it's kosher because first of all, I knew this nigga.
I'm not yelling at all.
Okay. Well, anyways, I knew this nigga and how he used to rap. Okay. Right? I knew how he used to rap before he took on, you know what I'm saying, the doppelganger. Before he became a doppelganger, I knew his style, and it was nothing like that. I knew his voice wasn't like that. So all of that was, you know what I'm saying? All of that is cap. Y'all just, I understand. I get it. But that's one of the beefs I had with dude. Anyways, but at the end of the day, if you hear Brown's wordplay and his wordplay, then you can tell the difference. But other than that, you know what I'm saying, dude was actually trying to be, you know what I'm saying, that dude. But anyway.
All right, let's go on to the next topic, son.
Yeah,
let's get it. Let's get it.
That's gonna piss everybody off. Let's move on. This is gonna be really bad.
No, I gotta check. I gotta keep my eyes on the time too, because we gotta always do a yeah. Jason said it right. Imitation is the best form of flattery. Let that dude live, right?
So, I think so. But, yeah.
Come on, Jay Slim. You know I gotta do me, son. All right, but anyways, how do you categorize duos in hip hop?
Now that's a good one because I've always struggled with this. Like, when you think of a duo, like if you think of Outkast,
no,
or Mobb Deep, like they were introduced to the game as a group, right?
As a group, bro.
Right. So do you like put? Because I've always struggled with this, like put a Red and Meth or a Ghost and Ray in that same category, because I've always struggled to do that.
So, I heard you one time when you was talking to Tubby, you said that when it came to the best duo, at one point you named Gangstar. You would consider them a duo when only one of them rap?
No, I don't remember saying that for one.
Yeah, because remember Tubby was like, Premier. He kept going in.
Right.
But no, I like it's a good question because like do you consider do you throw Ray and Ghost or Red and Meth in the duo category?
You can't put them in there.
I think they put themselves in there.
I think you cannot put them in there.
I think they put themselves in there once they did the How High shit and then came out with an album Red and Meth. I don't think I see what you're saying.
Should that be the
I've always struggled with that. So
because the latter part of your question, you said and where would Ray and Ghost fall into that? He says, is there a difference between two rappers representing themselves as an actual group versus two solo rappers that just like to do projects with each other?
Right, and that's what I always kind of struggle with.
So
like the question pops up all the time when I see somebody post, you know, who's the best hip hop duo, and you know, like when you introduce yourself to the game as a duo, like UGK or fucking 8Ball and MJG. I mean,
there you go.
That's to me that solidifies you as a duo. So it's hard for me to take two individual rappers that just like to do projects with each other. I don't know. I kind of struggle with that.
See, but
I don't be mad if somebody throws a Red and Meth or a Ghost and Ray in that.
You put them in there, bro.
It's just hard for me to really look at them as a duo in that category when they're really two individual independent artists.
I see what you're saying. But this is where I'm gonna push back a little bit because we don't have a Ray and Ghost album. You know what I'm saying? We do, but it's under Raekwon or it's under Ghostface. You know what I'm saying? Where
right.
They basically feature on each other's stuff the whole time, but we don't have a Ray and Ghost album. We do have a Red and Meth album.
True.
You see what I'm saying? So they came out as a duo to be gone. You know what I'm saying in that sense. But Ghost and Ray never did come out, put a project out as a duo.
No, you're 100% right on that. Ghost and Ray never did that. Even though, you know, I mean, some of them projects could be considered duos. They just didn't. They didn't market it like that.
No doubt. No doubt. But then I think you compare Red and Meth in that category because all of the projects that they did together, whether they did it on a stage or whether they did a movie, whether they did an album. You know what I'm saying? Them two are forever paired together as a, you know what I'm saying?
So if somebody asks you, who do you think are the top 3 duos? Who would you throw into those slots?
I would throw Cellar Dwellers. I love Cellar Dwellers.
They were dope, very dope, very slept on.
The Coop.
Cool.
I never forgot about the Coop.
That would be the Coop would make your top 3?
They have to. As much as I played they shit, they would have to make mine. And then I would have to say I wasn't a Mobb Deep fan. Somebody put Havoc and Prodigy up there. I was biased. I'll be honest. I was biased because of the Keith Murray beef.
Hey, I was a Keith Murray fan, but that beef didn't stop me. That beef. I didn't give a fuck. I didn't give a fuck. That beef didn't stop me from banging that first Mobb Deep album.
I was loyal to a fault. And then I would have to go with. Nah, we're talking about duos though, because I was about to say.
It. Go ahead, bro. I'm sorry.
Stop it. Get out of here.
Y'all wrong.
What you gonna say, Crisscross? Who you gonna say, Crisscross?
You might as well just mute me, bro. Because
Dion? What are we wrong about?
Because duos are the team that came out together as a team. Stop this.
I already told you. I already told you. That's why I struggle with that conversation.
That conversation is different. I get it, but a duo is a duo, bro. And you cannot say because Red joined Meth joined Red, that's a duo. That's not the same.
No, they put out a project together, though. That's what I'm saying. They put out a project as a duo.
Say that, then.
No, that's what we're talking about.
Dual projects.
They put out a project as a duo.
Okay, so you name 2, Cam. So what would be the third one?
You put all that.
No, I'm gonna get. We're gonna give you a chance. We're gonna give you a chance to name yours, Dion.
All right, my third one it have to be Caps and Sack.
Okay.
See what I'm saying?
What do you mean? That's an official duo.
That's a duo. That's
right.
2 rappers coming out at the same time together. Not a rapper joining another rapper to make a gang. No, bro.
So let's get to yours, Dion.
Let's get Dion's. Let me guess. He got Crisscross,
Captain
PM Don. He got PM Don.
Hey, go ahead with yours, Dion.
Captain Sack will be my first.
Okay.
No.
I'm only giving you 3, right? Then I go Mobb Deep.
Okay.
And after that, I don't get 2 fucks. Oh yeah, I do. Number 3, be Outkast group. Because that's 2 rappers at the same time. That started off at the same time. Y'all are mixing solo projects.
That don't make me wrong. I mean, that's just how you categorize it. That's just how you categorize it.
Okay, well, I mean, take it how
Ain't
you
nothing
want
wrong with that.
Y'all wrong, man. Y'all cannot
this is my cousin Jason. Jason Page. Bird in the building. Good to see you, fam. Hey, get your scroll up to the top of the comments and click on the StreamYard thing so you can use your likeness. All right, StreamYard.com//Facebook, and then your name will pop up. So it won't say Facebook user. We'll know who you're talking. Who's talking. All right, but that's my cousin Jason Page that said Queensbridge all day Havoc made beat off a gas stove. Okay, I didn't know that.
That's tough. We'll go ahead. All
right. And I would love to know what he meant by Rock Marciano is the most underrated rap and producer out there.
Yeah, he definitely is. That's a fucking fact.
It is?
That's a fact. Yeah, fuck yeah. That's a fucking fact.
What he produce again?
Just what do you mean? Rock Marciano got joints. I ain't got classic fucking album.
There's one thing to say, another thing to prove.
He's very slept on. I want to say he's what I'm gonna say, Rock Marciano, man. Y'all ain't hip to do.
Not hip. I'm not hip. I have to tune in.
Not at all.
I have to tune in. Salute to
Man.
Stephon Brown in the building. Jason.
Yeah,
Taylor.
man. I would highly suggest after this episode, man, between this episode and the next episode, y'all do some checking up on Rock Marciano, man.
Oh, no doubt.
We gotta do our homework, huh?
Chris Jackson, he the one that said the Havoc and Prodigy joint.
Absolutely. I knew he was gonna say that.
Yeah. Who else we have? Joe Love in the building. Sanji in the building. Peace, King. Peace.
Yo, thank you.
Jason Jackson is over in YouTube land. Good to see you. All right. We got 8 minutes before the hour, right? 8 minutes before the hour. But I want to do it now.
Do it.
All right, let's do it now. I gotta stop my screen share. Oh, not my cam. Screen share. Come on, my guy. All right, and I want to do not window. Oh, it's not on this one. Can't do that. Give me a second. I gotta get my stuff together. I got two computers. I got two computers where I'm doing my thing on. All right, bro. So I want to get to the spinning wheel, right? I want to get to the spinning wheel where we give our flowers, right? Our Mansfield legends. Right? Y'all can see all the names on the board, right? You see all the names on the board. Now, I was going to do it a tree shake and eliminate. I was going to let it select names and take the names off, but instead, I'm going to go ahead and whatever name it lands on, we'll give that individual their flowers, right? We'll remove them so they won't be on there for next week or whatever. But how does that sound to everybody? That sound good? Y'all see the names on there?
I actually wrote them down. So
and everybody in the comment section, if y'all got other names that need to go up in here, write them down. Write them down.
I'm with it. I'm with it, Big. Let's go ahead and spin it.
All right. I want to say the names real quick. We got Zuck. We got Kai Croft, Chuck James, Dig Mata, Dread Sonny, Trey Diz, KD, VAR, Big Biz, King Dave, salute, rest in peace, Jesse, Mike Petty, and we got Chuck. All right. And I know I'm missing some people. So y'all help me out. You know what I'm saying? Throw some more names in there. So, you know what I'm saying? I don't have nobody mad at me, but I did my best on such short notice. All right. That being the case, y'all ready? Y'all know all of these MCs, right? Is there anybody on here that y'all don't know?
We're good. Let's go.
All right. Brown, you know everybody, right?
Yeah, I know. Yeah.
All right. Let's go then. All right, we got the good brother Trey Diz in the building. Trey Diz is the winner. Now we got to give that good brother his flowers. I wanted to reach out to him and get him to be a part of this show because I don't know if Dion know. A lot of people do know, but for a while, me and Trey Diz was a duo.
What years was that?
Please.
What years would that have been? That would have been around whatever year it was when we was having the MC battles at Scores. Y'all remember the MC battles at Scores?
Yeah, well, I remember hearing about them. I was in Akron most of the time back then. I remember hearing about those battles.
Yeah. Me and Trey Diz was doing our thing. We had a I wish I could pull the one cut up that I did let everybody hear. But yeah, but Trey Diz was a monster. Trey Diz was a monster. He rapped with this robotic kind of style or whatever before his time. It was way before his time. What else can I say about my man's? I think he was we had to be in our early 20s though. Had to be
that'd have been in the early 20s.
Yeah. I remember we had the MC battles. Me and him was hosting those. My man, he had, I don't know.
Fucking Scores. What is that building now?
It's the Chinese buffet and some some other shit now. Yeah, but Trey Diz is a legend. Trey Diz is a legend. He's a straight monster. He's a monster.
For sure.
He took his bars serious. That's Hassan's cuz. I remember me, him, and Hassan, we was doing a project at one point when I stayed on Maple Street. But yeah, me and Diz, we was getting it in. Yeah, since the Maple Street days. My oldest was 5 at the time. So yeah, that was a minute. Yeah, but salute to my dude Trey Diz though.
Absolutely.
What y'all know about Trey Diz?
Man, I heard about him more than I heard, his music, but I always heard the kid's name.
No doubt, yeah.
Because like at that time, like I just told you, I mean, I was in Akron most of the time, so during that time frame, I wasn't in Mansfield a lot.
No doubt. Oh, okay. Jason said 2003 because he was there.
He definitely was there.
Yeah, Jason said 2003. So yeah, that's a minute. That's 20 years ago, son.
Yes, it is.
20 years ago. But Trey Diz is one of those legends. I'm just happy to give him his flowers. He deserves them.
For sure.
And yeah, like we're gonna do every week, we just pick one. Matter of fact, y'all throw us some more names because I know there's some people that's missing. You know what I'm saying? I definitely want to. I don't want to shine. I don't want to steal nothing from Trey Diz right now by talking about anybody else. So we're gonna go ahead and get rid of this part. All right, but yeah, we're gonna make that a thing every week. What's up, Dion?
How come you don't have a song for this?
A song?
Yeah, I mean something like anything from the brother.
I do, but come on, man. All right, y'all spark up a conversation and let me do it.
Yeah, do that. I got like 15 questions I gotta ask Brown.
What you got? What you got? What you got for me, babe?
My guy, listen, no homo. My guy, listen. I want to ask you this because I think it was Wednesday or Thursday. I hit your line, and I was. You
didn't call me this week.
I didn't see the text.
No, you didn't send me no text. I sent y'all the text with possible topics this week.
Yeah, and I thought I sent you I thought I replied to you, my guy, but my bad. Easy money, right? I want to ask you this because I know you're a hip hop historian. You study your craft and you're really good at it. So what I want to ask you is this: hip hop for you. When did you start noticing yourself, if you notice yourself, mimicking and not so much a copying, but becoming the Wu-Tang shirt wearer and the speaking, yo, what up, son? Like, when did that play a role in your joint? Like, I mean, like, when did that happen for you, bro?
Hold on, Dion. Hold on, Dion.
I know
you
jumping
the gun.
I knew it.
You jumping the gun. We get in there. That's
No, I want to have this conversation with Brown. Me and Brown was summing it up, man.
All right. Go do your thing then. Do your thing. I already had a segment for that whole situation.
We won't interrupt that segment then, Brown. We'll wait.
All right.
But I really wanted to know though.
All right.
I really wanted to know.
All right. Let me get my share screen back together real quick.
Okay. Do your thing, bro. Like this is all love, man. We coming out.
No doubt.
No, that's a great question. I was just thinking about that shit the other day.
Right.
I thought I sent that to you, bro. I can't
No,
believe
you
I
didn't.
My bad, bro. You
All
know
right,
I
this
love
is
you, my nigga.
this is what I gotta trade this real quick. This is what I gotta trade this, and hopefully, yeah, it should play. Matter of fact, let me
What's
do.
the time frame? Around what year? Around what year is this?
2003.
Okay.
Oh, this 2-3, huh?
Yep, 2003. All right. So I'm gonna try to play it. Hopefully, it plays.
You're in a privileged position to learn a thing or two.
Y'all hear it?
Keep your mouth shut and your eyes open. Let's say you're serious about doing some good in the real world. This is the place to learn.
I ain't holding no hands, you understand? I ain't babysitting. You got today, and today only to show me who and what you're made of.
This is what it set me off. A blind date with a swan egg and a judge that won't let me off. This is what it get me pissed. Whack rappers just so biased, like I don't why your haters exist. This is what it calm me down. Writing emotions on paper, loosen this anger while I'm palming the ground. And this is how I take revenge. I start rapping and freestyling depending on the shape that I'm in. This is how your critics yak. This shit's whack, take shit back and go get caps. And this is why my bullets graze you. You ain't dodging it well, and it won't take you one page to fade you. This is how I challenge the truth. About a gallon of juice and dry gin at the Galaxy Boost. So why you got something to prove? Cause I rock like cocaine and ain't got nothing to lose.
I ain't holding no hands, you understand? I ain't babysitting. You got today, and today only to show me who and what you're made of.
Yeah, that's some smiles and cries.
This is what it set me off, as if you next to boss, and your threats is soft, but it's the guard in this corner. Don't make me have to bless your loss. And my only interest of flaws is to rep my squad. You only spit to connect with broads, but I spit to perfect the law, so don't cross me, cause this is how I take revenge. On the paper and pen, this rap shit is what it make me sin. And if I see you on the streets, I wanna face you then. Written shit and freestyle in good shape that I'm in, I'm fit, nigga. And this is what gets me pissed. Niggas say they want the battle but won't take the rich. Try to say they love the poorest and they hate the rich. But every time I hear you spit, you imitate the rich. But yo, this is what it calms me down. Writing emojis on paper, optimals to a vague or a proper toast to a
I ain't
hater.
holding no hands, you understand? I ain't babysitting. You got today, and today only to show me who and what you're made of. Pine oil. That's where you headed, boy. To pine oil.
All right, we good. We good. That's your boy.
Dopeness.
That was that boy
Dopeness.
Trade this.
Dopeness.
Serious, right?
Dope shit.
I'm glad that played the way it did. It came out. I'm glad it came out.
Damn, you still got that from 2003, sir?
I got a lot of shit. I got a lot of shit, son. I got a lot of old ass shit, kid.
It's different.
Yeah, I got a lot of old ass shit, son. I got a whole bunch of shit from Trade Diz. I need some more stuff from Dre to be for real. But yeah.
You keep the track.
Man, I wish. Man, there's so many joints I wish I could have back. I know they lost for good, but
Man, yeah, we had some jewels back in the day. That's why we do this podcast right here, man. So we can just kind of like build on that legacy, because that shit was a good time.
now there's this one joint. I remember when I got my first DUI, and I came out of jail that morning, and I went to this is when Kev Burton had his studio set up, and I went, and there was this joint, man.
Yeah,
God, I wish I could have that back, and I can't never have that joint back.
What was the joint?
Love said nice with the mix.
Hanging. What was the joint?
Good looking out, Joe Love. Good looking out. Joe Love said nice with the mix. A matter of fact, JB mixed that. We recorded that.
Yeah, I was just gonna ask you who did that beat?
I did the beat, but we recorded it over JB's.
Where was JB stand at the time?
Quit running.
On Harmon or whatever that street is where
It wasn't McPherson, was it? He's on the south side, wasn't it?
on the south.
Yeah.
Yeah, we went in there, recorded that real quick, and
That nigga built that booth up. Remember he built that booth?
Yeah, matter of fact, that song is the first song we recorded in that booth.
That booth was dope.
Mm-hmm. That was the first song. That was the first time I recorded in that booth, was for that song. Yep, JB did that though. Joe Love. He said nice with the mix. He definitely had the equipment because JB was serious. JB was serious about his sound quality. He was serious about everything.
R.I.P. to a legend, man.
No doubt. We're definitely gonna have a big segment for his. When we give him his flowers, we're gonna have a big ass segment for his. He might take up the whole show.
As he should.
No doubt. No doubt.
Cool dude, man.
All right. So let's get back into the session. Let me get us back to the PowerPoints, because we got a little bit more. We got a couple more things to talk about.
Now remember, I'm gonna throw one of Hassan's topics in here.
Okay,
that good brother. He texted me a whole list of good ass topics.
Why didn't he give them to me so I can make some PowerPoints?
I should have sent them to you because
don't answer that.
Because I asked him the question. He commented about the show last week, and I'm like, man, if it's anything that you want to talk about, just text them to me. And this nigga went on a goddamn rampage, son. Text after text after text, topic after topic, and it was all dope ass topics.
Man, I wish he had time to come on here.
We need that energy.
All right. So the next topic is stuck in a box. All right. At what point in an artist's career does it become impossible for them to change their lane or image? All right. At what point do you become stuck in a box?
To me, and this is a big one of the negatives of commercial success is, and it ain't the same today that it was when we were teenagers. So like, you take an MC Hammer, right? You had that big blow up, went diamond, sold 10 million albums on Hammer, Please Don't Hurt Him.
Mm-hmm.
You can't never see him as nothing else. Like you remember when
Pumps in a butt made you mad.
Right. So you remember when he tried to get hard, not to say the Hammer, not to say he was ever soft, but once he had that success, you can only see him as that. It was hard for him to fit within another inside of another lane. Yes, and that's today is different. Today is that ain't, it's not really like that today, but
no doubt. And that's a perfect example too. Cause when he did that pumps in the bump shit, I was like, man, fuck out of here.
What is Hammer doing?
Like, right. Put the parachute pants back on, son.
Please.
That's the only way.
Hey, but have you ever seen the interview where Redman talked about his first interaction with Hammer? Wasn't no soft ass nigga by no degree.
It was not.
No, I believe everything Red was saying about him. Said that they will whoop your ass.
Right? Yeah. He's from Oakland. Like,
yeah.
So, I mean, he's
whoop your ass and then go dance.
Yeah.
And then go dance.
You know what? But but I have to shout out Queen Latifah, Heavy D, LL Cool J, because they came up in the time when the rap was, when it was conscience, when it was say it for me, somebody, I can't even talk.
Conscious.
Yeah, when it was conscious, and it was a certain beat or a certain cadence to it that was kind of lame in today's standard, but back then it was nice. It was of the time. But then another 10 years pass and the cadence kind of switches to where it's more boom bap and we all about the lyrics and so on and so forth. Well, and I forgot to add, you can add Tretch in there because a lot of stuff that Queen Latifah spit, Tretch and them wrote. But
for sure. That's fair. Go ahead.
So you know, as the music changed, you know, LL was on that you know what I'm saying, I'm bad, you know what I'm saying, and so on and so forth. And then he switched to pink cookies in a plastic bag, getting crushed by
by
buildings.
a building?
Yeah. And then you remember how Heavy D used to rap, but then he came out with that I Got Nothing But Love For You. And that whole album, matter of fact, Heavy D's album bang. That whole
Man,
album.
I'm gonna tell you, my favorite Heavy D joint was You Can't See What I Can See. You're blind, baby. The one he had Flavor Flav on. That shit was nigga, that shit was hard as fuck.
Yes, sir.
Sure.
I agree.
We was banging that
I
on the
agree.
inside, my G. That's crazy.
I agree. But the point that I'm making is the fact that it was like a change in the rap. It was a change in the beat. It was a change in the cadence. And they changed with it. They were able to change with it. And a lot of people didn't. You know what I'm saying?
Very true.
Matter of fact, I'm backbiting myself right now because I didn't mention Big Daddy Kane, because Big Daddy Kane was a big battle rapper in the early, but his style back then, to me, he was before his time, kinda. But
yeah, absolutely.
If you hear him spit today, he don't care. He rocking all great. If you hear him spit today, dude got bars.
Yes, he does.
He nice.
He got bars today. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, they were still, Queen was making hits, LL was still making hits, Heavy was making hits and stuff like that. So I did want to point them out as individuals who it seemed like they saw the box and refused to stay in it.
Can I ask y'all one question? What was that? What was it? Self-Destruction? Was that a song?
Yeah. Self-Destruction was a song.
Self-Destruction. MC Light verse was wrote by LL Cool J.
Word. I didn't know that.
I just found this joint out like 2-3 weeks ago.
No, I've seen that before.
You seen it, bro? Like,
I heard. No, she had. I seen her on an interview admit that. I mean, she said that. She said that herself.
Wait, Dion, you're not allowed to talk like that because you just chastised me for talking about ghostwriters. You're not allowed to. You are not allowed to talk like that.
I don't know why you use that terminology.
How you get to talk about ghostwriters and I don't get to talk about ghostwriters?
That's not a ghostwriter, bro. Like that is LL said he wouldn't do the song, but he'll write MC Light verse. So you got to watch the interview before you say that, bro. No. I don't have a problem with ghostwriters because Puffy gave me hits. Puffy gave me a good summer.
I want to hear who said they had a Kane haircut. Oh yeah, Jason Page. he said, gotta love LL Cool J. Said Big Daddy Kane. I remember I had a Kane haircut.
No, you didn't get a Pepsi. All right.
Yeah. That's crazy.
For
I wouldn't have told nobody that.
All I'm saying is, Self-Destruction was huge. It wasn't up there with the Michael Jackson thing, but it was somewhere in that element. You know what I mean? Somewhere in that room.
Yeah, so we're gonna have a debate one day about which song was better, the Self-Destruction or Same Game.
It ain't no debate, bro. That ain't no debate.
It ain't no debate. I think it is.
No, zero.
I think it is.
It is not.
I think it is. Come on, Easy killed that shit.
Michael Jackson put all these. All right, yeah, you're right. We will have this discussion.
We had that discussion.
What would be the debate? You're debating which is a better song?
Yeah.
It's no denying what's the better song.
What would you say was the better song then?
Anything Michael Jackson touched, I'm done with this. Anything that man does, man. Like, come on, man.
Hey, Sanji said Self-Destruction was all East Coast niggers. Watch your mouth. Watch your mouth.
He put the ER on there. He put the ER on there.
He put the ERS on the air.
But when
he says, and all in the same gang was with all West Coast niggers. all over with
I call cuz for
with hot he says all over with hot though, both of them. I don't know. Maybe he got
I would say as far as the intention behind the songs, Same Gang had a stronger intention because they talking about gang culture, right?
Okay.
So you doing that. I see what your element is. Okay, that's cool.
Yeah.
I can't argue with that. Nothing to say. You're right. If you're just talking about it, self-destruction was the thing that it was bad, bro. So I get what you're saying with that, but man, that Michael Jackson joint, oh my jeez. To have Dionne Warwick, to have, the great white guys, and I'm just lost.
What? We Are the World? You talking about We Are the World?
That's why you keep saying Michael Jackson. I'm wondering why the fuck he keeps saying Michael Jackson.
Get the
Michael
fuck out of here.
He did the whole damn project.
Nigga muted.
He did self-destruction?
Nah, he's muted, son.
I done sat here this whole time.
Me
I
too.
didn't let him.
Why the fuck is he talking about? Keep saying
I done heard him say Michael Jackson like 6 times. And I ain't saying nothing. I'm just okay. Maybe he knows something I don't know.
All right. Well, yeah. He talk about Michael Jackson wrote the whole thing. He wrote self-destruction. What the fuck is you talking about? All right, my guy. No, but my bad, Dion. I didn't catch you on. You was talking about We Are the World, and we wasn't talking about that shit.
I knew what he was talking about because he could only be talking about one thing. He damn sure wasn't talking about self-destruction. I just didn't say nothing. I was just sitting there listening.
All right.
Listen.
All right, bring it up.
We're gonna battle those two. Go. You back, right?
You good. Go ahead.
Oh, okay.
What was yours?
Both songs are supposed to be impactful, right? At the time, for Michael Jackson, We Are the World joint, he put that whole damn thing together. I think that's flowers. So for self-destruction, I was only mentioning LL writing MC Lyte verse because I thought MC Lyte wrote that whole goddamn verse. It fit her time schedule. That's all I'm saying, my guys.
No. That's all good. That's a good point, though. That's a good point. So let's dig into the point that you wanted to make. You know, saying that. All right. For the sake of the time constraints.
Please.
Find my mic. Let's get into it. The influence of hip hop on your life. Ain't this what you was bringing up with Brown?
Yes, I was trying to until you said shut up and all that rude shit.
I wasn't telling you to shut up, my guy. I was just saying that there. I got it. Everything. Every time y'all text me topics, trust and believe. I got it. I got you. Y'all.
Okay, so what was your question to me?
My question was simple, my guy. What was the impact that it had on you? Did it influence the way you walk, talk, dress?
100%. 100%. So like the shit moved in cycles for me, like it did for most of us in the Midwest, anyway.
Definitely.
Early 90s, it was all about, the Dre's, Doggy Styles, the MC8s, the Spice Ones. Yeah, I mean, that was a beautiful thing about growing up. Hip hop in the Midwest is the fact that you don't necessarily, you don't have an allegiance to anything, right? So
that part.
You don't have an allegiance to anything. You just like good music, right? Even though Brown,
I hate to cut you off. Even though when people hear us rap, they claim that we're rapping East Coast.
No,
okay,
and
you don't do that, bro, because you do sound East Coast. But we're not doing that. Go ahead, bro.
But no, so since we don't have even in those years that I'm talking about, the early 90s, that didn't mean I didn't listen to A Tribe Called Quest. I still had. I didn't mean I didn't listen to Gang Starr. I was just more at that particular point in time, and you know what time frame I'm talking about.
Yeah, we was running.
I was just more heavily influenced with West Coast rap at that time. Absolutely. So to answer your question in terms of when did I develop into what I became, that would be basically when fucking Keith Murray came out. Because it was Keith Murray and Wu-Tang that made me so much more East Coast oriented, right?
Fair.
It was East Coast. It was Keith Murray and Wu-Tang starting with Keith, and because shit, Wu-Tang came out. Enter the 36 Chambers came out in '93. It came out in '93. But at that point in time, I was still more influenced by Ice Cube than I was anybody else.
So you was wearing Dickie pants and
I never wore no goddamn Chuck D or no Dickie pants. So you're asking me what created me, so I'm telling you.
No, you missed my point then. Go ahead though.
What is your point?
Okay. What I'm asking is, how did the hip hop that you love, that you grew up on, change the way you dressed, you spoke, you approached everything in life?
Keith Murray.
How did that happen?
Keith Murray. How did that happen? That most beautiful thing in the world. That's what happened. It's a number of albums I could name. I mean, I could name Keith Murray, I could name Mobb Deep, I could name Nas. There's a number of albums that happened that made me become who I was or influenced the way that I became.
And I'm not talking about your raps, bro. I'm not talking.
No, I know exactly. I know exactly what you're talking. I know exactly what you're talking about.
Yo, what up, son? Yo,
yeah.
Kid? Like, I want to know what made that come out of you. What you see what I'm saying?
No, I know exactly what you're saying, and so I'm telling you, I'm giving you the list of the albums. It's a long list of albums that I could give you that made all that happen. It made all that happen.
For sure.
That's not to take anything away from the love that I have for West Coast rap, but East Coast influenced me. It just influenced me way more because it was more to how I could rap. Mm-hmm. Does that make sense to you?
No, your vocabulary is dumb huge, bro. So I get it. And I might have just said something that's gonna piss West Coast fans off.
No, nothing we're saying should piss. Man, look, Premier to me is my fucking ideal artist. That's my ideal producer. That's my ideal. That's what I like to rap to.
Okay.
Nas showed me something.
Let's talk.
Me and Nas had similar voices at the time, especially back when I was around 17, 18. And his cadence, I'm like, okay, I can copy this cadence, right? And I can copy this cadence, and the people around me don't realize that I'm not really rapping with my own voice in my head. I'm not writing these rhymes with my own voice in my head. It's my lyrics, but I'm writing them to somebody else's voice. I'm trying to sound like somebody. So to answer your question in terms of what in terms of when did that transition change to making me the nigga today sitting in front of you with a Keith Murray shirt on and a goddamn Yankee hat.
Yeah.
I mean,
go nigga.
That would have been Keith Murray.
Okay, thank you.
All right, can I answer now?
Yes,
go ahead.
All right, I think personally, the fact that we adapted to the East Coast flavor, you know what I'm saying? East Coast rap was at its peak. You know what I'm saying? When we came into ourselves, you know how we in previous discussions talked about coming into yourself, so on and so forth. When we was coming into ourselves, the shit that was banging to us, even though we started off rapping like West Coast rappers, when you look at the Devious Red tapes, we was rapping like West Coast rappers. And then, you know what I'm saying, when we came into our own, you know what I'm saying, in part thanks to There's a Dark Side by Redman, you know what I'm saying, just telling us like, yo, let go, you know what I'm saying, don't be held bound by no constraints, just do yourself, so on and so forth. We kind of engulfed our and it's different for us as rappers instead of fans, you know what I'm saying, because there's something different about rappers, or us in particular, the people that I named Battle Cats in particular. It's something different about us because we took on a persona of rapper, like, you know what I'm saying. It wasn't something you just did. It was something you was.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? It wasn't something that you did. It's just something you was, and that's why we barred other niggas from doing it because you playing with it. You playing with it. Oh, you can rap? Show me. You know what I mean?
Very true.
And we used to just dismiss. We used to dismiss all of that. We was gatekeepers. Like fuck that. We're not playing. So at the end of the day, I promise you, it was like we just got engulfed into it, and we fucking. I don't know. We didn't morph into New York niggas. I know that's what you're trying to say.
No.
I know that's what you're trying to say to some point. But at the end of the day, we became the personification of what we was trying to do. You know what I mean?
No, I know that. I know that's what he's, and I don't think it's any ill intention. I know that's what he's getting at.
No,
but that's just my flavor though. That's just my flavor though.
That's his cup of tea. That's my cup of tea. I promise you. Quick. And then no, just to because I'm on my point now. I'll let you finish. I'll let you cut in after I'm done.
Don't let me start. Don't let me finish, nigga. If I don't get to start, nigga, go ahead though.
No, but at the end of the day, I was doing my soliloquy. You can hold back for a second. Listen, you said, did you walk and talk and dress like your favorite rapper? I would have to say, I would have to say yes.
Yes.
Okay, I would have to say yes, but it wasn't intentional. It was just something like I was building me, you know what I'm saying? And like Brown said, that was my cup of tea. That was something that I was, okay, so even like today, when I talk, even today when I talk with my vernacular, so on and so forth, people ask me, "Am I from New York?"
Yes.
You know what I mean?
Too if I ain't know you.
I don't know how to talk New York on purpose, but all of this came about, you know what I'm saying, over time, being an MC, being engulfed in hip hop culture, and just taking my whole role as an MC serious. So, you know what I'm saying? So I'm trying to answer your question. I promise you, I was in Louisville, Kentucky, you know what I'm saying, at this college, and the niggas from New York that came there, I had this one homeboy named Swiss. Swiss, he had the dreads, so on and so forth. He was from Connecticut, and he was up there purposely trying to talk like Funk Master Flex, right? And them niggas called this nigga fake, like, yo, nigga, you fake as fuck, so on and so forth. But then they came to me and was like, yo, nigga, you sound like my man's from back home. I'm like, I do? You know what I mean? I spit bars for them, so on and so forth. They saying that I sound like I'm from New York. New York niggas are saying that about me. And I'm like, yo, I'm just talking like I talk. I'm me. Yeah, I'm me. That's how I talk, son.
So what do you say? Go ahead, Dion. What are you saying?
Yeah, y'all do this thing, but let me give you my symbology, right?
You know he got to be the voice of contention, but bring it.
I don't have to be, but I have to be. This is what I'm saying. I've never been a wannabe in my life, but anyway, this is what I'm saying. For me, when I was coming up as a young man, and I got next to the Dipset album, I started saying, talking, doing Dipset shit.
But this is the difference. Just because I may use some New York slang, a New York nigga will easily be able to tell that I'm not from New York. I don't sound. I do not talk like I'm. Look, a nigga from New York would easily be able to tell that I'm not from New York.
And anybody can tell.
It's a difference when it's something that you can turn on and turn off.
It personal. Relax, gentlemen.
No, ain't nobody making it personal.
It ain't.
You're not even letting me finish when I let you niggas talk. Period.
Go ahead, my man.
It's your floor. Go ahead, it's your floor. Go ahead, Dion.
All right. So when I was listening to hip hop, for the Tupac era, I used to rock the bandanas. For my East Coast era, I was talking like, what up, son? We're going to bodega. Like, we don't even say bodega, bro. But I
don't have a bodega.
ain't no fucking bodegas in Ohio. At least we don't call them. At least we don't call them bodegas.
Listen, okay, that's what I'm saying. What up, son? What up? Like, that's all East Coast. We're Midwest guys. And we sound and talk like we're from the East Coast. And we're not. So my question was simple. When did y'all get influenced by this shit?
No, and I answered it. I told you, Keith Murray.
No, yeah, but at the end of the day, his question is
right.
question is
We're
convoluted. His question is convoluted because at the end of the
No, I
day,
don't
I
even
can
know
ask
what
you the
that word
same
means. I
question.
don't think that's a word.
Like when did you start turning your hat to the back? When did you start sagging your pants? You got that shit from New York.
What? No, nigga.
You got that shit from rap
What
videos.
those niggas was
You got
doing
that shit from rap videos in
What
New
are
York,
you
son.
talking about?
Hey, Dion, I understand your question. I don't take no offense to it. I get it.
I think y'all do a little bit. But
No, I don't take offense to it at all. I don't, because the reason I don't take offense to it, Dion, is because ain't no New York nigga ever told me I sounded like I was from New York. Now, mind you, I spent the whole year recording with a nigga that was from the Bronx.
Okay.
I spent the whole year recording with Porter. That nigga ain't never told me that I sounded like I was from New York.
I had a cousin here from New York, and I started picking up his slang. It's not. Listen, the question wasn't supposed to be disrespectful, but if you
it's not.
Then I know it's
Nobody's taking it disrespectful. Nobody.
Not at all.
Getting violent, bro. Like so crazy.
Not at all. Not at all.
All right, the floor is no longer yours. You said what you had to say.
No, let Dion.
No, you good though. We get your question. We get your question though, Dion. But I'm just saying it's bigger than that because a lot of shit that we fucking did, we did because we saw it, and we saw most of it. Like when we started dressing the way we was dressing.
Mm-hmm.
All right, it's because of rap videos, rap music, so on and so forth. The reason why I think this is what I'm saying, Dion. The reason why I think it's deeper for rappers is because we engulf ourselves into it more than the nominal listener. Dude, listen to our flows. I just said when we rap, we get accused of sounding like East Coast rappers. I said,
hey, listen, hey, the funny thing was, I'll never forget. I think I had to be 18, around 18 or 19. And I was walking out the house one day with some Timbs on. And my dad said to me, man, how you niggas call y'all self-dressing? Some goddamn work boots. No, I said, Dad, you don't understand. I'm out here fucking styling, son. What do you mean? I'm out here fucking styling with these. He didn't look at because and so I think I posted this on the Legends when KRS-One talked about it. The Timberland brand was considered just a construction fucking work boot prior to hip hop. That's all it was. It was just a work boot.
Yep.
That's why he looked at it like that. That's why he looked at it. I'm walking out the house in these Timbs thinking I'm fly. And he's like, man, how you niggas call yourself dressing in some motherfucking work boots? Because that's all they were to him.
Yep. Hey, Dion, did you sag in middle school?
Right. Everybody's sad, bro.
Okay, where did we get that influence from?
That came from me. For me, West Coast.
I'm so tempted to mute your ass. You a lie.
No. But Ken, that's a factual statement.
Facts.
That's a factual statement.
I'm not even gonna take it personal. Let's keep doing it.
Okay, that's but it still makes my point though.
What makes no point, bro?
It makes my point because the simple fact that everything that we did is from shit that we saw on TV and specifically hip hop.
Right. This was not a personal attack.
Nobody took it as a personal attack. I don't know why you keep saying that. Why is that your angle? Why is that your angle? It's not a personal attack. It's just a simple fact that the same shit that you put on us, I'm putting it back on you. You did the same thing. You did the exact same thing.
Did hip hop influence the way you walk, talk, dress? That's all I asked.
And I'm saying yes, it did, and it did you too.
We're done. move to the next question, cuz. And that's
It did you too.
That was my West Coast voice for real.
All right. It's not now. We want to continue the East versus West beef. What's going on around here? No, Jerry Brown. We got about we got a few minutes left. All right.
Okay, so I'm gonna bring up I'm gonna bring up one of Hassan's questions.
Go ahead. Y'all niggas got me sipping on my stuff a little too fast.
Okay, so I'll go with Hassan's first topic that he sent to me. Let me go through my texts real quick. So he asked, are popular podcasts today breeding beef, resentment, division, or negativity affecting the culture by rating fellow artists against one another?
See, I wish I could have wrote that down because I don't say that again.
So his question was, are popular podcasts today breeding beef, resentment, division, and negativity affecting the culture by rating fellow artists against one another?
I would say they have the potential to.
So to that.
In some instances, I think they take advantage of the clickbait.
No, it's a great question because
I know. Let me flow.
Go ahead.
Flow for a second. Like, because it is a great question. It is a great question. And I think in some instances, like academics, for example.
Man, fuck that nigga, man.
Yep, exactly my point. But for the sake of clickbait, we'll air shit out and we'll have niggas against each other and we'll have all of this beef and this and that, and it doesn't have to come to this and that. You know what I'm saying? So I think for the sake of likes and clickbait and the whole business, some podcasts do that.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? That's just that's where I'm gonna leave mine at.
Deon, what's your take on
it? Hip hop is it's a sport. Rap is a battle, bro. So if it does, I don't like when they say, well, this rapper don't like this rapper without proof. I don't like it. But it's a sport. That's it for me.
So it's a good question because
No, it's a great question.
No, they just had Math Hoffa on Drink Champs.
Yeah.
I still haven't seen that yet, but I'm
right. But they okay. So they bring up the shit with J Hood and Styles, and so now it becomes. Huh?
They had J Hood on there too, but go ahead.
Yeah, they had J Hood on there before, but but the question was, as you and because now when you talk about podcasts, you're kind of stepping over this line of journalism, right? What is a journalist versus I mean, it's a very fucking gray area. But the question would be, just like in that particular situation. So, Ken, let's say you interview somebody, and they have some negative shit to say about another artist you're cool with. Is it your fucking responsibility to take that off, or is it your responsibility to let that man tell their side of the story?
Yeah, you stepped into the realm of a journalist,
right? Absolutely. So you had on that episode on Drink Champs. So you had niggas. You had two different sides.
He didn't answer the question.
No, I didn't.
Question. Deon, stop being the protagonist.
I didn't say he answered the question, but what I'm saying is, it was just like that when that shit came up on Drink Champs with Math Hoffa. It was like and it was all about that one interview with J Hood versus Styles P. What do you do? What do you do in that situation? Like, I'm going to interview you on my platform.
Mm-hmm.
You may have some unpleasant shit to say about somebody I'm cool with in the industry or my man's.
Mm-hmm.
What do I do about that? Do I not let you get your? To me, the way I look at it is, as long as I allow both sides to get their story off,
Mm-hmm.
that's all I'm obligated to do.
Absolutely.
Because you're a journalist. Because you have a podcast.
Right. Just let both. So the biggest issue was, and the biggest issue that Styles P had with the interview with J Hood on Expert Opinion was, you didn't ask me no questions about that nigga while I was here. So why are you asking that nigga questions about me?
Okay. And that's fair. That's fair. I think.
Super fair.
So to me, that's the biggest thing. Is as long as I allow both sides of the story, or both parties to get their sides of the story off, that's all I'm obligated to do.
That's it.
Sounds to me like, Jerry Brown, you're heading to be, you're on your way to be a very good journalist.
No, I don't. I'm about to be.
Man,
I just.
out what he doing right now,
I know that's something you don't want, but at the end of the day, you are going to be a very good journalist.
No,
My
you
God.
have to let them both talk.
No doubt. And I think Styles P had a point with that.
He had a very good point. Because, nigga, you didn't ask me no question. You didn't ask me my side of the story on that.
They even said when it comes to the Jay-Z shit.
And he says it all the time. He says, he said it on the Breakfast Club. Nigga, every time they ask him about that, well, nigga, do you ask him about that? You don't ask him that. Why are you asking me?
But I come on this show already knowing the topics. So, I mean, yeah, I'm with you. I think it's all just scripted, bro, but I'm with you.
No doubt. No doubt.
I haven't even really watched Breakfast Club since Angela Yee left.
This called her D.I. Boo-Boo, nigga.
Oh, I didn't even know she left. So that means
she
watched it in a while.
No, she left. She got her own show now.
Oh, okay. I didn't know she left.
So now what they do on the Breakfast Club is Envy, and
I see they show it from a different angle. I see they show the camera from a different angle.
It's Envy and Charlemagne, and they have different co-hosts every week. Like one week they had Jason Lee. 1 week they had somebody else.
That's fair.
Man, beautiful thing. Having a podcast is a beautiful thing. I'm just now finding out. It's a lot of things you can do with it. It's a lot of things you can do with it. You can do good with it. You can do harm with it. You know what I mean?
Hey, let me ask you this question.
We aim to do good with it.
What is Clubhouse? Is that a podcast?
That's a pod, I do believe, bro. I've been hearing it so much.
What is Clubhouse?
I don't know. You figure it out. Call me. I thought it was a pod.
I can't say that I'm hip.
I
can't say that I'm hip.
I'm like, what?
I can't say that I'm hip.
No, it's a thing. It's a real thing.
No, it's definitely a thing because your boy Whack 100 is on. Whack 100 is on there all the fucking time.
Yeah, he whacked 100, bro.
No doubt.
Don't come on, man. But
you know what? This can be a dope ass podcast. This can be a dope ass podcast.
No, we will be.
Yeah. I just noticed. I just looked to the side over here at the other screen. It says we got 30 comments. We got 30 comments on this here podcast. So that's dope.
Hey, so since we got time, let me bring up one more Hassan's topics.
Go ahead.
He asked, he said hip hop has taken the place of rock and roll when it comes to being used by those in power who want to spread the satanic and demonic messaging?
Not answering that. I'm out.
All right, that right there will take us past the hour. That right there will
son,
take
love
us
you, bro.
past the hour.
Not doing that.
No, it's no, it won't, because the answer.
Yeah, matter of
Whatever
fact,
you need to
let's
go down,
table that one.
call me,
Let's
bro.
table that one. You know what I'm saying? When we
Okay.
when we can ask that
That's
one
tough. Bro, you
earlier
have
in
to-
the show, and we got enough time to actually talk about it. Right now, we
Okay.
only got
Call me
enough
for it,
time to
bro.
skim that shit right there. That's a good ass topic. Text me that
I
shit.
ain't doing that.
I'm making a PowerPoint. I'll make it a PowerPoint.
No,
We'll
you
deal
better
with
not.
it.
We gonna get.
We'll deal with it when we got enough time left to deal with it.
You gonna get us fucked up.
No, we fuck. What they gonna do? Come to my house? And
They
do
gonna
what?
block it again, my guy. They
And so what?
talking about. All right, go ahead.
And so what?
What's up?
Okay, so let's go to it.
All right.
I'm
Hey,
gonna go to
love
this
y'all,
one.
man. Hey, everybody
Hold on.
watching us, keep an eye on us. Do it. We
Nah.
might not
Hey.
get blocked
Hey.
this
So-
time. This
Dude,
is terrible.
fuck
So
what they call
this
the
is
big
okay.
brother,
This
whatever.
this was another one. Is our creator just a creator,
Here we go. Lock
or
it in.
or a creator for? or, no. What?
We gonna
Why?
get blocked, bro. I don't want.
Why are you gonna get blocked?
We got blocked for saying some shit about Culture Vulture. What are we talking about? All right, go ahead.
Man, okay.
I'm with y'all, no matter what. I'm
We
with
did
y'all.
get blocked for saying culture vulture, but
No, you
Go ahead.
got blocked for Culture Vulture. We should have been blocked.
no, I got
Okay.
blocked.
Let me
Boom.
go. Let me give.
Go
No,
ahead.
I'm gonna give you the question specific to hip hop that he gave me.
All right,
Okay.
go ahead.
If hip hop died and you were standing at the funeral, what would you say it did the most for you?
Ooh.
Okay.
Ooh. I love you, Hassan. Hassan, I
That-
love
that's
you.
all. That's
Hassan.
all. That's all, Hassan.
Pondering a little bit.
That's a dope question.
No,
I love you, Hassan. Thank you for that question because I know he gonna watch
I
this later.
appreciate it too. I gotta
Yeah,
answer.
we definitely gonna deal with that one too. Oh my gosh, I might just go back, watch this, type everything down, and make a PowerPoint.
I always watch it. So just call me. I'll tell you what happened.
Nah, that's dope. That's dope. What would
No,
you
that's
say
fire. That's fire.
if hip hop died?
And you were standing at the funeral and you were saying your last things. What would you say it did the most for you?
It opened my eyes to a lot of stuff, though. First of all, it developed me
I don't have that.
as a rapper, as a rapper, and me attempting to climb the ladder. Me attempting to climb the ladder of the dopest rappers. It did a lot for me. It did a lot for me. It set a bar, you know what I'm saying? It gave me, all right, before I was old enough to travel outside of my town,
What answer?
it gave me insight into the world. It let me see the world in some respect. That's pretty dope. Cause you know a eulogy means to speak well of. I can speak well of hip hop if it died. Matter of fact, it is dead to a degree.
It's not dead, bro. Stop it.
Yeah, hip hop is dead, son.
It's
But
not.
Hip hop is as we knew it is dead.
yeah.
No, as being our favorite content rappers, yes, of course.
No, I mean it's just like the new world got colonized. Hip hop got colonized.
Whatever. Are we answering this question today, or are we doing this?
So you do realize when Nas first said that shit, when he came out with hip hop was dead, a lot of niggas took offense to that, especially niggas from the South. Especially niggas from the South.
They was definitely bad.
Eh?
And what, bro?
He didn't lie.
Come on, and what? No,
He didn't
it's a
lie
lie.
though. He did not
It's
fucking
dead
lie
to
though.
You are
He didn't
one
lie.
individual.
He did not lie.
You
You know who
masses.
proved that he didn't lie? Macklemore. Macklemore proved that he didn't lie.
Bro, it's just your favorites.
Why do you say that? What does Macklemore have to do with this?
No, when Macklemore started dissing hip hop for being anti-gay and so on and so forth.
Oh yeah,
Hip-hop
Bitch,
being
we been saying
nasty
bitches and
and-
hoes and
Get the fuck out of here.
what does
I forgot
Now you got all
about.
Now you got all these sensitive thieves. Now you got a whole
So does
genre
com-
full of sensitive thieves. Everybody's
So
fucking
does
sensitive.
comedy.
Out of here. This shit used to be
Comedy has
hard.
the
This
same
shit used to be
problem.
raw. Used to be in your face. Used to be this and that. But now niggas,
That's there.
So was comedy.
now niggas is sensitive.
What are we talking about?
No, and I agree with you. I agree with the fact Deion is just saying. I mean, this is a whole different sensitive generation
bro.
now.
Say that shit.
Very
It's very sensitive across all boards.
Yeah.
It's beyond hip hop.
Yeah.
I mean, nigga goes to sports. I mean, shit.
Yep.
You can't touch a quarterback anymore.
No, you bet not. You better not do it. My bad. I'm walking in the dark room. My bad. No, you better
you
not,
good.
bro.
The Bengals just lost an AFC championship off of that. On the fact you can't touch a motherfucker.
Not the way we came up playing the game. We came up playing Killer Man. So
They asked me at work that next day. They were like, "Do you think that call was right?" I said, "Well, no, I don't think it was right because it ain't the NFL that I grew up watching."
And, another debate me and Dion gonna have.
Right.
Kill the Man was originated on the South Side.
No, it's not.
We started.
Man, get the fuck out of here.
Why would you say that? Why would you say that?
The South Side created.
You niggas did not originate Kill the Man.
We originated Kill the Man.
How
we originated Run and Gun.
How? Let me ask you. How?
On the basketball, we invented Run and Gun. We invented Kill the Man.
How do you say that? What would make you say that? How did y'all originate Kill the Man?
Because we thought it up.
You didn't think it up.
Those niggas came to our side of town and then took it.
Man, I ain't never played football on the South Side.
Exactly. But somebody did. That's how you learned it. Somebody on your side of town did. That's how you learned it.
That's a motherfucking lie. That's
I
a
promise.
motherfucking lie.
I think I created it. I think I thought it up.
You didn't think it up, man. You nigga, stop it, man.
Shut
You
your
didn't think.
ass up, man.
I think I thought it up.
Man.
I think I created Kill the Man. I might have invented fucking Run and Gun. You remember Run and Gun?
I have never played Killer Man with Kenny and my wife. And I'm saying Kenny now. You done pissed me off. Stop lying, bro. You never invented. The South Side never invented nothing but being corny, bro. We ain't got time for this.
Don't say that. Come on. Now you.
Yeah,
Deion, don't say that.
Right.
Don't say that.
I got mad, bro. I got mad, man, bro. Now he bugging, bro. You ain't telling him to stop.
Hey.
You ain't telling him to stop at all, bro.
All right. That go mute right there.
Hey, you know what's funny is you two niggas, you don't remember.
Love you, boy.
Yep. Y'all might not remember.
Too, fam.
This is how me and Bob found out how old y'all was. Y'all remember that night of curfew? We found out that you two niggas was 15.
You said this last week, son. You told us last.
I don't give a fuck. I'll bring it back up. That was the time that me and Bob found out that you two niggas was 15. But y'all y'all never said that until that point.
That we was 15?
Yes.
Okay. So
because that was
this is your second time bringing this shit up in a week and 2 weeks.
No.
With this shit.
The point is, the whole point is that particular day, you niggas brought y'all age up when it protected y'all. It protected y'all. Because this when they was doing curfew. And I'm like, holy shit. I didn't know
executing the curfew. Who was executing curfew?
It was okay. So it was Budget, Ellery, Sean Kilgore, Lamont Lindsay.
So this is this ain't the law.
Lindsay.
This ain't the law. This is local niggas.
Yes, it's all local.
So you're the idiot for fucking listening.
That nigga called you a whole idiot, bro. He wasn't playing. He mad at him.
How the hell is you listening to niggas that gotta go home too?
I didn't listen. They listened to y'all. I didn't listen. I didn't know what age y'all was.
That's hilarious.
Hey man,
It is. It was.
Memory. You got a fucking memory out of this world, kid.
I have the most embarrassing story ever that I hold in my pocket for weeks.
Rob, hey, Dion, do you remember that song? No, go ahead.
No, I'm listening. Go ahead, bro.
You remember that song? You remember that song you wanted to buy for me?
Go ahead. No, I
Sob Stories of the Ghetto.
No, I don't. I was about to lie.
You said that shit last week. Nah, I didn't know about it until last week. Now I know about it 2 weeks in a row.
See, but
we're gonna go ahead and end the show. We can talk in the background. Don't go nowhere, y'all. Don't go nowhere. I'm gonna play
yeah.
outro.
It up, man.
You know what I'm saying? And we're gonna chop it up in the background.
Bro. I know it was bars in there.
I had got sent to juvenile. I had got sent to Maumee Youth Center when I was 16 years old. And it was niggas in there rapping that they was like taking it serious. And I wasn't taking it as serious as they was, but I knew I could rap a little bit. So I was telling dudes I could rap. And they ended up telling the dudes in the spot that was like the Jay-Z's of the little spot we was in that I could rap. And we was in the library and they was like, man, let me hear something. And no cap, man, I spit that Mansfield terrorist rap.
I live like a ruler, shoot the intruder, quadruple up on the work, trips to Bermuda. See me out in Vegas, my flicks is amazing, like Superstar O when the beat just blazing. Reaper in my dreams, sleeping with the beam. 6-time felon just to say it kinda sting. Life in the trenches, life off the inches. I think like a soldier, mindset relentless. I gotta stay pushing, dope man rhetoric. I got a son nigga and he used to the better shit. 5-star rhyming, jet black 90. Double cup styrofoam, codeine lining. Yours be consignment, niggas wouldn't trust me. Pretty boy cutthroat, niggas can't touch me. Rap like I got it made, lifestyle hopeless. I don't need straight drop to show them I'm the dopest. Gotta stay focused, say I'm no rapper, but God say different, so I'm caught up in the raps. Yeah.